Wow, what an extraordinary privilege it is to have been here over the last 2 days with all of you, talking about how we accelerate impact together, and for me to be on this super cool stage telling you about how we at MassChallenge are looking to accelerate impact, or dare I say, accelerate the future through entrepreneurship. Now, before you hear from me, I wanted to just quickly allow you to hear from a few of the entrepreneurs that we've had the great privilege of working with over our course of time at MassChallenge.
It's hard to be an entrepreneur.
We're past the point of creating just for creation's sake.
I feel as though we all have a purpose and we all have a commitment to society.
If we all serve in our own way, then I think we'll make the world a better place.
MassChallenge, it was like flipping a light switch.
The networking that we've been able to do with other entrepreneurs.
The mentors we're working with are giving us an opportunity to go back, sort of plug holes and fix things.
It's taken us from being engineers to entrepreneurs.
This is MassChallenge.
This is MassChallenge.
This is MassChallenge.
Come solve with us.
Just a brief snippet of the extraordinary group that we get to work with each year and their focus on purpose and impact, the themes of this conference. At MassChallenge, we work with entrepreneurs and innovators to help them launch and grow by surrounding them with the resources, the network, the knowledge they need to get from idea to business to scale. And we do this work for no equity through a unique community-central approach at a global scale through our proven accelerator models. You see, at MassChallenge, we do this work because we believe that entrepreneurs are the most potent lever in addressing humanity's greatest challenges today. And that when they do so, they create not only meaningful impact in the world, but also jobs for our community. They transform sectors, and ultimately they transform economies. It's also the case, though, if we look back over the first 20 or 30 years of startups, that entrepreneurship and the startup ecosystem has yet to realize its full potential. The first several decades of startups and entrepreneurship have been far too characterized by a certain type of startup, led by a certain type of founder, often from a certain geography in the world. And yet, if we want to harness the full potential of entrepreneurship to solve our most critical challenges, we know that together we need to push the entrepreneurial and venture sector itself along the innovation frontier so that entrepreneurs tackling less obvious, more complex challenges, like the one that Colin just talked us through, have the same resources, support, access to capital, industry partnerships that we know they need to launch and grow. Founders require connected, collaborative, engaged ecosystems. They require access to mentors and capital, to industry collaborators, and even to academics. This is why at MassChallenge, over the last 12 years, we've sustained our commitment to building a movement, a global network of entrepreneurs surrounded by mentors, experts, and partners who are together committed to innovation for the greater good. This is because we know at MassChallenge that when we take this approach, the opportunity is extraordinary. What we'll see is, as our founder John Hawthorne used to say, we can increase the size of the pie for all of us. Our unique methodology, supporting entrepreneurs for no equity through a connected network of mentors and partners, is intentionally distinct from our investment-first peers. It's built to ensure that we can work with the best and the brightest entrepreneurs, those tackling our most urgent challenges, regardless of whether they fit or break the traditional venture or, dare I say, Silicon Valley mold. It's also ensured that we at MassChallenge remain true to our purpose of solving massive challenges through entrepreneurship and innovation. We know that if together we're going to tackle these generation-defining challenges and opportunities like food systems, like climate, which we've been talking about here, we know that we need to work together to support entrepreneurs with the resources, access, connections they need to launch and grow. So I've been talking a lot about our mission, but I want to be very clear that our focus on results is at the center of what we do and is conclusive. We've worked with over 3,000 entrepreneurs since our founding 12 years ago who have gone on to raise well over $6 billion in funding, and we're just getting started. But our results are also distinct. It may surprise you, but it's no surprise to us, that our first billion-dollar babies, our first unicorns, were not in consumer software. They were in the infrastructure to support the growth and emergence of the field of synthetic biology. They were in electric long-range trucking and predictive weather analytics to support more sustainable operating business decisions. It may surprise you, but is not a surprise to us that over 51% of our, just about 50% of our founders last year had at least one female founder. And over 90% of our companies are from outside Silicon Valley. This is because we are committed to providing the supports, the programs that support entrepreneurs working on high-impact, high-potential challenges, regardless of whether they fit or break the traditional venture mold. Over the last 12 years since we were founded in 2009, our methodology has ignited ecosystems and supported the emergence of today's most vibrant innovation economies, from Boston to Austin to Mexico, Israel, and here in Switzerland, and now across Europe. We've had the privilege of working in over 18 countries across Asia, Latin America, and Africa to support and empower local communities realize and harness the full potential of entrepreneurship and connect their entrepreneurs into the global economy. Now, as the world continues to shift, it's becoming only more clear how critical the promise and potential is of entrepreneurship to address the challenges before us all. This has been a huge theme of the networking days here. Today's greatest challenges of climate, inequality, biodiversity, human health, addressing the stubborn inequities in access to funding, these require not a continuation, but rather an acceleration and expansion of entrepreneurship. They will require innovation in both what we do and in how we do it. And I'm proud to say that MassChallenge Switzerland is a global leader in the urgent effort to support entrepreneurs at the forefront of change. Founded almost 8 years ago now, thanks to the vision, support, and dare I say persistence of Buhler and Ian Roberts specifically, the program today is distinct in its unapologetic commitment to climate change broadly and sustainable food systems specifically. Let me just put this in context in a couple of numbers. 100% of the 150 startups that MassChallenge Switzerland will support this year must be climate responsible to get into the program, and all startups will go through curriculum educating, informing, and helping them build climate responsibility into their DNA from day one. Over the last 8 years, MassChallenge Switzerland has supported over 600 startups in the sustainable food and packaging ecosystem, including through 3 unique programs specifically focused on supporting early-stage startups in the sustainable food and packaging space through our food track, and also connecting startups to industry partners to help cross the chasm between large and small, to discover opportunities for collaboration and for scale. Lastly, I'll say we're extremely excited that this year we launched our first climate tech track, which will support 25+ startups in its first year, and we expect to grow. And we have eyes on the horizon next year to launch also a program focused on sustainable industrial manufacturing, all in pursuit of a healthier planet for ourselves and our children through entrepreneurship and innovation. So let me conclude with optimism. A stronger future is possible. We know this. It's possible through the innovation, the inspiration, the collaboration of entrepreneurs, but this will be accelerated through the engagement and the partnership of industry, committed to and willing to engage in uncommon partnerships to drive uncommon outcomes that our world needs. With that, I'll invite you to come solve with us as together we take on this next generation of massive challenges. Thank you all.